A couple of big announcements were made over the past month by two large Kindle Publishing Alternative companies. And this news may come at just the right time if you're considering the leap into avenues outside of Kindle publishing. If you aren't considering these Kindle Publishing Alternatives, then you could very well be leaving money on the table. Stay tuned for more details on Draft2Digital's huge announcement. Welcome to Self-Publishing with Dale, and if you're new to this channel and you want to learn how to publish and profit the right way, then subscribe and hit the bell icon next to it to get notifications on all my latest videos. This past month, the Kindle Publishing Alternative Draft2Digital made two major announcements that could very well change the landscape of the self-publishing community. Before we get too far down the rabbit hole, remember to take a peek back at my full rundown and review of Draft2Digital at this link. Though the first news is a little dated, it certainly bears worth in sharing. Draft2Digital already had a handful of distribution channels including Barnes & Noble, Apple iBooks, Kobo, Inktera, and Tolino. In addition, they had distribution to subscription services such as Scribd and 24 Symbols. They recently added two more subscription-based services in Playster and Kobo Plus. A subscription-based service works essentially like KDP Select in that you get paid for any time your book is borrowed. But the part that makes them better is there is zero exclusivity, meaning that you can upload your ebook to Draft2Digital subscription-based distribution channels and other channels. KDP Select is a lot more limiting in that you must only upload to their platform and you cannot monetize elsewhere regardless of sales or lending programs. However, this isn't the news that I think is as exciting as the next I'm about to share. In an email sent out June 14th, Draft2Digital announced a huge partnership with Findaway Voices, an audiobook creation and distribution service claiming to give authors more freedom and control over their work. Draft2Digital further stated that, starting July 18, 2017, you'll be able to quickly and easily start the audiobook production process right from your Draft2Digital publication page. Once your ebook is successfully published with at least one distribution channel, you can start creating your audiobook with Findaway Voices with full support from the Voices team. You can determine your production budget, select a narrator, and have your book produced and distributed to a robust audiobook network. This is huge because until more recently, Audiobook Creation Exchange, also known as ACX, was the only game in town for audiobook production and distribution. The part that always made me a bit more leery of ACX was their extremely low royalty of 40%. That amount is fairly reasonable, but when you consider the 50-50 royalty split, then you're only left with 20% royalties on every audiobook sale. Sure, ACX offsets the loss of royalties by awarding 25 complimentary audiobook codes, but that hardly makes up for the long-term profit loss simply to distribute through their network. On the flip side, I've had decent royalties from ACX since publishing my content to the platform. Yes, they are exemplary in what they do. But now that Findaway Voices has entered the picture, I believe it's about time ACX steps up their game. The competition will only be good for you and me, the self-publishers. A few questions remain unanswered still. However, I assure you that we will be revisiting the audiobook partnership between Draft2Digital and Findaway Voices very soon. In the meantime, I would love to hear if you had any experience with Findaway Voices. Also, have you published Audiobook Creation Exchange? And if so, how has it been for you? Please leave your open thoughts in the comments below. Now get out there and check out Draft2Digital, you savvy self-publisher you. Till later. This has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'll see you guys soon.